Big E is with us on Friday morning for Tailgate Tips. And Big E, I know you look forward to the Buffalo Bills every single year.
It's always a good rivalry, mainly because more years than not, we're both kind of in the same boat.
How do you deal with those people who say, there's really only one New York team?
Well, this is part of the funny stuff going on this week when Rudy Giuliani defects and goes over to Red Sox Nation. By the way, we don't want him. You have the Buffalo owners now saying that they're going to play a game or two in Toronto.
That's a different country.
Yes, you're not just going across the river. You're going across a border.
Well, of course, the Giants are going across the ocean.
And by the way, you need a passport now to go to Canada. It's really another country now, not the 51st state like we always thought it was. But people in glass houses, that's what I say to them these days. And Buffalo isn't really part of New York anyway. That's how I deal with that. It's been a tough week for Jets fans. It's not looking good. We're going to keep Chad and maybe lose Jonathan Vilma to a knee injury. This is terrible, which means it's more important than ever to really put some effort into the tailgate. With Buffalo in town, of course, what are we doing? We're grilling up some buffalo. You know what the nice thing is, though, Jim?
What? You should see Jim's face. It was like, what?
You don't have to fake. This is like when I say we're going to grill
You're
eagle.
grilling up some actual buffalo.
Exactly. I'm not saying we're going to grill eagle and actually do some chicken. No, you can really do buffalo. Now, if you go to the supermarket, you're probably these days going to be able to find some ground buffalo meat that you can make some buffalo hamburgers with.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it with that face.
Yeah, you're going to have a tough time, though, finding actual buffalo steaks in the market. You might find it at like a high-end thing like a Trader Joe's or a Whole Foods, but then they're really, really going to sock you.
I've never tasted buffalo before.
It's really delicious. It's kind of beefish. It's not gamey like some other wild animals might be, but it's a much lower fat content. It's much more protein. It's lower in calories. It really is fantastically good for you. The only problem is you can't go kill your own anymore. Let me recommend, if you're looking for the things, you ever had someone send you Omaha steaks?
Yes.
They're vacuum-packed, frozen,
right.
Immediately after butchering, so they stay really nice.
Yeah, there's Donald Trump steaks, too.
Yeah, and they come right to your door,
thing.
and that's great. Well, you can do the same thing with buffalo. There are places all over the Internet to get yourself a nice buffalo steak. It may be a little too late for this coming Sunday, but keep it in mind. You get yourself some buffalo online. You're going to be happier with it. It's probably going to be a better quality. You're going to get a better value for it. And if you buy in bulk, you got a freezer where you can save some stuff. You can buy like a whole, half a buffalo carcass if you want.
Oh, nice.
Chop it up yourself. And I know Shelley's into that.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Look for something that's grass-fed, though, because if you're having like a grain-fed buffalo that's, raised in a feedlot, you're kind of defeating the whole purpose. I've started using something special. This is my new secret arsenal, Charwood Lump Charcoal. What this is, it's not your regular, packaged briquette. It literally is like old-fashioned charcoal where basically they burn wood halfway, and then that winds up being the fuel that you can use to do your thing.
Okay.
It burns a lot hotter and a lot longer than regular charcoal, which means you can either use less of it or you can mix some of it in with regular charcoal, and that's good too. And also it gives you a real good woody, smoky flavor, which for buffalo steaks is perfect because we're taking a page out of the Peter Luger's handbook. I had the opportunity once. I was driving home. I had a lovely, one of those nice, fancy black car services take me home one night.
Sure.
And the driver used to be a waiter at Peter Luger's.
Oh,
And so I said to him, all right, you got to tell me, what do they do to that steak? Why is it so unbelievably good? They must have some crazy marinade or rub. Or
they age it a long time.
That's all it is. It's just a perfect steak, and it's cooked quickly at really high heat. Their ovens go about 700-800 degrees.
Wow.
And that's all they do. They don't do anything to the steak. They buy the right steak and they put it over high heat quickly, and then when it comes out, a tiny bit of salt and there's actually, I think, a pat of butter on the plate that melts out underneath it. Butter.
There you go.
But this Charwood this stuff burns hotter than Shelley's butt in a Lexus seat warmer. So do yourself a favor, look for it. I actually found it at a supermarket for the first time in forever. You normally have to go to some hardware stores or specialty stores to find it, but look for lump charcoal. A good bison or buffalo burger, by the way, it is the same animal. And literally you're just firing up that sucker, salt and pepper, 4 minutes on both sides, you're going to have a wonderful buffalo steak. And if that doesn't work, we can just break J.P. Lossman's leg and cook it up.
Now, where are you going to be again?
We're going to be between section 10B and 10C.
And you're stopping at Dunkin' Donuts first, right?
Absolutely. Getting our combo pack, the box of Joe with the Jets logo on it and a nice dozen donuts. And we'll be tailgating. We'll see you at the stadium. Don't give up hope. It is only week 8. God, we're 1-6. All right, JETS Jets.